going on, everybody? It's DJ Philly here. I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little update on what I've been doing. I know a lot of you guys that have been following me on Facebook have seen that I've been working with this new group called DJs Against Bullying. I'm going to link that down here so you guys can go check it out. Ask to be a part of it, and we'll get you in there. Right now, we've been up for about 10 days, and I know that we have over 200 members. We actually have 211 members as of right now. So we've been doing big things right now, and it's amazing to see the turnout of people that are really like interested in this group. So what I kind of wanted to do was kind of like basically what we're doing right now is it started as just a group of us DJs trying to get people to give us ideas, because obviously like we're doing teen dances and stuff like that where we're interacting with kids, and we're entertaining them with the music that we play. But we also want to know, like, what can we do as DJs to kind of like put that awareness back out there, because I feel like for a while it was there in the community, but then it just kind of like it disappeared. And now there's like nobody really is paying any attention to these kids that are being bullied. I mean, growing up, obviously from the small town that I'm from, like, and being into the music that I'm into, I caught a lot of bullying from that. Like, I've been called everything from a wigger to a wannabe, and even a lot harsher words that really didn't need to be said or, put in my direction because of, the way that I dress or the music that I prefer to listen to. But, it was just because where I grew up, like, kids weren't used to that because it's real rural. And, a lot of kids are more like country music and stuff, which, whatever. I mean, being a DJ, like, we have to understand that people like different types of music. So obviously I don't pick on people for that. Also, growing up, like, I wasn't the skinniest kid. I'm still not. And to this day, I still get fat ass, lard ass, even worse things than that. I've always had acne. Like, it's starting to clear up now as I get older, but especially in high school, like, my acne was really bad. People called me crater face, pizza face. That also tied into, oh, well, if you weren't so fat, you wouldn't have acne, and just horrible things like that. And there were times where I wanted to beat people up. But I was the type of person, I just kind of like kept it in and didn't let it really bother me. I mean, it bothered me, but I didn't let people know that it bothered me. So also, like, I tried out for many sports when I was in high school, and maybe I wasn't the most athletic or the best one at them, but I still wanted to be a part of that team setting. And, so I would get cut from teams, and people would pick on me. Oh, well, if you weren't so fat, maybe you would have made the team. Oh, and no wonder why you don't have a girlfriend, because you're fat, and no girls like fat people. And it's like, it's horrible because it didn't stop once I got out of high school. I was working at a place with a bunch of older individuals that ranged from probably like 40 to, I don't know, probably like 55. So they were older people, and it was in a factory. And they all didn't like me as well because of the way that I dressed, the music that I listened to. And I remember specifically one day walking into work, and I would always sit outside as long as I could because I knew that they didn't like me. And they would always give me dirty looks, and I could hear them talking about me. So I would always stay outside as long as I could. And I remember coming in one day, and all of them having their hats on backwards, because typically, I'm always wearing a hat, but typically, it's on backwards. And they all had done that and deemed that day Act Like Phil Tracy Day. So I was like, it irritated me a lot because, these were grown individuals acting worse than the kids did in middle school. So, like, it irritated me. But at the same time, like, growing up where I grew up, I was used to that kind of behavior. They all sagged their pants. They had rubber bands on to look like necklaces. Just immature things like that. And this went on for, like, after about the first half hour, 45 minutes, finally I was like, the only way to get these people to stop is to make them think that it doesn't bother me at all. So what I did is I got some long rubber bands, and I always have a pendant on my necklace. So I cut them all crosses out of cardboard and spray painted them silver and punched a hole in the top, put the rubber band through, and I on the back I wrote their name, and then I autographed it. I'm like, I would keep this if I was you, 'cause someday I'm gonna be famous. I've always told people growing up, someday I'm gonna make it. You know, whether it be as a DJ or a songwriter, because I also have that avenue that I work with. Like I write and record my own music, and I've also received a lot of hatred for that. Like, oh, dude, don't you realize you're white? Well, yeah, obviously, but I feel like if you have a love for something, then you shouldn't allow your skin color, what other people say, dictate your happiness. So even my own mom, the first time she ever found any of my rap books, like my notebooks that had my songs in them, she threw it away, like right in front of me. She said, "This is garbage. You're wasting your time on this. You're never gonna get anywhere." And I told her, I was like, I'm telling you right now, I was probably like, I don't know, like 14. I was like, someday I'm gonna make it, and I'm gonna be known. Now I'm 24, and just recently, I was able to go on a small, not even really a tour. It was just a business trip with an up and coming artist, and kind of make some moves with him. But I worked with, like, I met a guy who, his talk to Bruno Mars and stuff like that. So like, I'm finally at that point where I can say, like, I called my mom up, and I was like, "Mom, listen, like, this is what's going on right now." And she's like, "Wow." I was like, "You remember back when I was 14 and you told me that my music was garbage and I was never going to make anything with it? Well, I'm here to tell you, eat those words, because I made it." You people, like anybody out there, if you have something that you want to do, don't let other people dictate that. And like that doesn't just go for, like, us DJs, anybody out there. If you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, own your own company, like, you're going to run into people that are going to tell you that it's not going to happen. But those people are just saying that because they know that they'll never have that happen for them. And they want to kind of rain on your parade. So, I mean, I've had you guys here for about 8 minutes and 10 seconds now. And that's 8 minutes and 10 seconds that you guys aren't going to get back. And for that, I apologize. But I just want to kind of end this with, if you see bullying happening, don't be like everybody else. Step in and stop it. Let the person know that's bullying, that's not acceptable. And I feel like if we can all just do that once a day, once a week, once a month, once a year, eventually enough people are going to be doing it where it's going to stop. So with that being said, guys, I'm DJ Philly. I'll have all of the links for, our t-shirts, our website, all that down here, so you guys can check that out. But until the next time, I'm out of here. Be good to each other.